So I figured I would do a different type of intro to this. I would want to let you guys know that this shit bothered the hell out of me. It triggered me because I have been saying this for the longest time about these Subarus, and most people still in the forums just don't decide to listen to common sense, basically. So for those of you who don't know, this is my 2023 WRX. No TR, no TS. This is just a premium trim. I'm officially stage 2, as you can see. I got the top mount intercooler. I got the top charge pipe. I did have the intake pipe, but now I have the Perrin cold air intake, so I can get my flutter noises and make the car have a little bit more character than it did. Because to be honest, the car is very composed. When you just have an exhaust, it sounds great. It almost sounds too good, in my opinion. It sounds like you don't even have a turbo in there, and I didn't want it to sound like that, being that I do have a naturally aspirated boxer. So I didn't really need the natural sound of what this engine sounds like. And to be honest, this engine sounds phenomenal, in my opinion. And a lot of people, I mean, you can ask anybody who drive it, it sounds great. It sounds smooth. It sounds well tuned, and it sounds almost perfect until you get the turbo noises, and then you're in nirvana once you kind of get the cold air intake and you add a little bit more flavor to it. But in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the STI issue, or it ain't even really an issue anymore. It's obviously Subaru has released the 2025 fiscal year 2025 prices for the WRX. So to me, it seems like the community has gone into an outrage, which is hilarious to me, because I've been saying this the whole time in regards to these cars. And we're going to go on a drive. I just want to kind of bring you in and let you know that, I am officially stage 2, making 350 to the wheel. But we will definitely go on this drive, and I will explain to you what was going on. And obviously you'll see the clips that I got some of the information from in regards to what triggered me in the first place. Because again, everybody wanted this freaking STI and they want this thing to happen, but as soon as the prices went up on the WRX and they got rid of the base trim, now everybody's all in the upheaval saying, oh, I can't afford it now I'm just going to go for this car. Like, dude, you're proving my point of them, or honestly you're proving Subaru's point. But stay tuned. We're going to go on a nice drive, and I will definitely share my thoughts on this situation and elaborate, maybe a little rant here and there too. So stay tuned. All right, fellas. So again, shout out to the auto enthusiast. I do watch his videos quite often, and I gained a lot of knowledge from him in regards to WRXs, because for those of you who watch my videos know I have a VA WRX as well that I just let my dad kind of use since I no longer needed it. And as you can see now, I have a VB. So again, shout out to him. This is no shade on him, but I just need to hold us as a community accountable, because I love the WRX just like you do. And to be honest, the STI video kind of was like, it was pointless at this point now, because you just made a video that contradicted everything that you said in the STI video on why it needs to exist. So now I'll get off of that part and just focus on personally why you can't afford it and why it doesn't need to exist. And again, this is no shade on him. I respect his videos. I'll put his channel in the description, because he does put out a lot of good WRX content. That was an RX-8 over there, and I like the RX-8, so that's why I looked. So, you know, I'll put his channel in the description just so you guys know. Like, I respect him, and again, I'm just trying to hold us as Subaru enthusiasts accountable. So with that being, you know, throwing that out the way, I'm just going to start on this video. So first of all, the prices have come out with the you know, the new the new model year WRX, the 25, which I believe is at 36,000. If I am wrong, I will definitely put it on the screen. So, you know, and they're getting rid of the base trim of the car. So, you know, I honestly don't think that it's that bad. But the funny thing is that they announced these prices is it further proves my point that they don't necessarily need they had no reason whatsoever to bring an STI out, because nobody would buy it, you know. And with the premium trim, I think that's what they're going to start with. That is the new base now. It's going to start out at $36,000. Now, again, I have the premium, and for me, the premium is really good for the price that it gives. But in my opinion, it could be a little bit cheaper. But then again, Subaru always finds a way to give deals to people who are trying to buy these cars. Man, we got traffic today. And I just think that the way that with the change of presidency and things like that, cars are going to be, in general, cars are just going to be more expensive. And again, Subaru knows their community for the most part. I believe that they are very fair in their prices. I also believe that they knew what they were doing when they didn't bring out an STI, because, like, you know, Auto Enthusiast said, like, everybody who has a WRX, and again, I love the WRX too. I went out and go buy a VB. Like, I have a VA, I went to go buy a VB. Like, I love it. I even like the way this one looks, contrary to what most people think as far as, you know, the cladding and things like that. But for me, it's like, you know, you want an STI and you look at these prices, and most of the community is in the outrage of these prices. Why the hell would Subaru, which again, smart on them for not bringing it out, because they know their market. They can't compete. They can't compete with an you know, a Civic Type R, an Audi RS3, like these other cars that provide way more of a luxury, I would say, and obviously more performance, because we all know, man, the Civic Type R is second to none. It stands on its own, you know, as far as you know, a performance car right out of the box goes. Like, this car is good, right? But I'm not stupid. You know, the Civic Type R, the FL5 is definitely better. And then what makes it even worse for the Subaru WRX is that the FL5 has a twin that's around $50,000, which is the Integra Type S. So, you know, you're always, every Subaru owner at that price point is looking for another car. And to be honest with you, like, the way that the cars are going right now, like, as far as you know, the pricing is going, I would too. Like, there's, again, this car is great. This car is fantastic, but there's no need, you know, and Subaru knows this too. I'm sure they have an R&D team that is telling them this. Tires are so good now, there's no need for a you know, to put up your sports car for the winter or anything like that. You could literally daily a sports car year round now. I've done it. That's why I'm speaking to it. My 86, I just threw some winter tires on it, or even some all seasons, and they're pretty, they hold up pretty well. And this was up in Pittsburgh. So, you know, all-wheel drive is not necessarily a must-have like it was in previous years. So again, Subaru is like, okay, I'm looking at the market, tires are getting better, you know, inflation, obviously. We're not gonna bring out a 400 horsepower vehicle and make it $50,000. Why would we do that when we can give you the platform to build off of? Again, I got this thing stage 2, right? So it's better. Subaru's secret power was buying the car at $30,000 and making it compete with the likes of Civic Type R's and cars that are like $50,000. That was the charm of this car. And again, to me, there's a lot more to that, to Subaru, than just the, you know, the charm of the price. But for most people in the general public, it was like, hey, it's a cheap car, it's someone's first car, it's someone's everyday car. It does a lot of things great that other cars can't say. Like, yeah, you would get an RS3, sure, but would you do what you would do with this car with that car? You probably won't. And that's just the truth, because it's more luxury, it's a little bit more sensitive to certain things, mods and stuff like that. You wouldn't go in and just tear up your RS3, and you're not supposed to, because it's what, 50, almost 50 grand, you know, RS4 or whatever. It's almost 50 grand, and you don't want to spend that much money on a car just to go out and put more money into it. So again, the STI, big brakes, right? So the TR was what, 44 grand when it was new? That didn't even sell that well. You can even go out, you can go find on Car Gurus right now, you can definitely go find a TR. That shit is not hard to find. That didn't sell well at all. And then you got the TS, which is replacing the TR, and some people said they should have both. No, they shouldn't. They're gonna lose even more money if they do that. The TRs didn't sell as well because, again, the charm of the Subaru in general is to give value per horsepower. Like, you get a way better value getting your car at $28,000 and just putting $4 grand into it, and you will basically have a TR, if not better than a TR. And yeah, sure, you have the Recaro seats, and even in the TS, like, I would like that to have a TS, but I know that I'm not paying 50 grand for no Subaru. I'm not doing that, because it's not meant for that. And granted that they're creeping up around 40 grand right now. They have to do this, and in my opinion, it won't last that long. I just think it's just going to be a phase, and they're kind of going to regress to the means. And for those of you who've bought multiple Subarus, you can go up to a Subaru dealership and get a deal. I don't think these prices are going to scare people off from buying from Subaru. People still going up there and trying to haggle. You can haggle these prices, because at the end of the day, they're at a car dealership. They're paying for those cars to sit on those lots, and eventually they're going to drop those prices to get rid of that inventory, because they have to replace it. And even then, we have YouTube exists, right? YouTube, people like me, people like auto enthusiasts, like, will give you all the information you need to go be you know, well educated before you make your purchase. And you can go in there and go buy a nice used example for like 25 grand, maybe like 10,000 miles or below, and it's basically new. It's just broken in. For example, I bought this car at 3,000 miles. It's at 53, 56 now. Like, I bought it around 3,000 miles, brand new, barely broke in, fully stocked, you know, clean example of a 23, barely broken in. So to me, it was still brand new. I even looked under the hood, everything was still spanking new. Nothing was wrong with this car. And you could do that, but you also gotta, you know, temper your expectations, and you also got to be willing to travel, in my opinion. So, you know, an STI, again, like, Subaru knew that you would not buy an STI. For those of you who were crying about, man, they should have brought it out, they're a small company, man. You guys know that. Toyota owns 30% of Subaru right now. The reason, in my opinion, the reason why the STI didn't come out is because the GR Corolla exists, and Toyota was probably tapping them on the shoulder like, hey dog, we're gonna bring out this freaking Toyota, you know, all-wheel drive and see and sell this. We don't need you to make an STI right now, because you know Toyota want that market. They're going after the Golf R and, you know, other all-wheel drive hot hatches or whatever. So they were seeing, and even then, I don't even think that car is selling that great. It was at the beginning, but now you can find a lot of GR Corollas for like 34 grand. And that's a hell of a value, to be honest, because that's where I think that they should have sold that brand new. Like, you can find like 2,000-3,000 miles examples of those cars. But again, Toyota probably, you know, sent a message to Subaru and said, hey, don't bring out a STI. But even then, I never really thought an STI was necessary. So what Japan did is they made it a trim level. It was an STI S4, which is what we were calling a TS now. That's basically what the STI is in Japan. And, you know, no power, no more power, no less. And you don't even want to go, you know, no, you know what? I'll go there. The car has enough power. Most people want all this power, right? Dude, you're not driving a 400 horsepower car and pushing it to the limit. I'm sorry to tell you, 90% of you are not doing that. And I think I brought this up before in my GR86 video, but just be honest with yourself. You're not pushing a 400 horsepower car to its limit. And if Subaru went to go do extra cooling, right? Tune the engine up to 400 horsepower. Added an intake, a custom intake, you know, and all those bits that you need to achieve that power. Would you buy it for $52,000 theoretically? Answer that question honestly. Would you really buy a $52,000 to a $55,000 Subaru WRX STI with an F824 engine in it? I would venture to say that your answer would be hell no, because you can go get a Supra. Like, again, I'm just going off of what other Subaru people say. You can go get a Supra, you can go get a used M2 for about 50 grand, a good mileage one too. So you would think about a million other cars before you would even think about buying a Subaru for 50 grand. And to be honest with you, Subaru knows that. Sorry to tell you, they know that, which is why the STI doesn't exist, and it doesn't need to exist. And to be real with y'all, for those of you who still own an STI, this car is better. Sorry to tell you, it's better. It performs better. It takes mods better. It's better than your car now, and it should be, because it's brand new. It's on a new platform. They need new customers, right? They need new blood, and that's okay. I like the STI too. I have limited experience with it, to be honest with you, but you know, this car is very capable, and just as capable as an STI is on the track as well, with some mods obviously. But let's not kid ourselves here. This car is good enough, and for the value that it was at previously at 30,000 with a base model. And I think this year, actually, what, the 23, 24 year was like 32,000 anyway, so it only went up a couple of grand. So I don't know why people are so in the uproar about it. Like, life is getting expensive, man. Like, this is an entry-level car, and the average car right now, if you do the math, is about 40 grand. So they're basically at the baseline of how much a car costs anyway. But now they have tactically took themselves out of the market of the entry-level performance car. Now they're in like that mid-level, high-level performance car, which I don't see them performing well in that segment, just due to the fact that the SI is $28,000 brand new, or $30,000. So, and that's a good car. The Integra A-Spec, and they both offer manual options. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, they had to up these prices, and I believe that if you still wanted a brand new Subaru, they're gonna throw deals all over the place. to get those things off the lot. You got to also remember, man, they're a car dealership. Like I said earlier, they got to get those cars will sit there. If you believe that the car is overpriced, don't buy it. It will sit there. They will drop those prices so they can get rid of those cars, and you'll get you a deal. And if you're on the fence about it and you really want a Subaru, go get a used one, man. Go get a used one, low mileage. Go get you one of those. And to be honest, like I said, it's a hell of a platform. You know, it's a hell of a platform to start tuning. I had to get over. Wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. I'm actually almost to where I need to be. But yeah, it's a hell of a platform, y'all. And like I said, man, the STI doesn't exist and it shouldn't exist. And for those of you who have an STI, just hold on to it. Because you already, and again, most people don't even like this damn car. So let's be honest. You don't even like the way it looked. If they came out with an STI, you're still gonna say it's ugly. And for those of you who got a VB who really want an STI, build it. You'll still probably spend less than 50 grand. So just do that. But that's all I got. Again, shout out to Auto Enthusiast. Again, this wasn't like me getting at you, you know, negatively or anything, but I would rather set the record straight for the market and for people who are into these cars. I want to be honest. Like I said, if this car was 44 grand, I'm going to go get a Type R. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody would say that. I'm just being honest. But hey, that's all I got, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm almost at 500 subs. I'm trying to get a little bit more creative with these videos, but this was a little bit of a rant and something that I've been saying this whole time, that you cannot, this is the reason why the Subaru STI or WRX STI does not exist, and it shouldn't exist. It's done. It's done. Make it a trim level again. Go get the STI bits, turn your car into an STI. You could do that. They got the badges and everything. So that's all I got. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.